I'm Caroline Russell, I'm Chair of Islington Living Streets, and we've been campaigning for 20 mph speed limits in Islington for probably the last 10 years. We started off working on particular areas where we wanted to get 20 mph zones installed, which were enforced by speed humps and or other sort of similar physical measures, and that's a long process, persuading councillors to support it, persuading the council officers that it was necessary, and then getting them to make sure that TfL agreed that it was necessary, so that the funding was supplied. But not only that, it also involved persuading the residents in the area to respond positively to the consultation. So, for example, in around Highbury Fields, where the community were kind of split 50-50 about the benefits of 20 miles an hour. People liked the idea of 20 and traffic driving a bit more slowly, but they were a bit worried about speed humps. And we worked with several other sort of community organisations like Highbury Fields Association, Highbury Community Association, Islington Cyclist Action Group, and other local schools and different organisations. But we also mobilised networks of neighbours to go door to door, talking to people, distributing 20's Plenty posters to go up in people's windows, and generally getting a real buzz around the positive benefits that would come from having a 20 mile an hour speed limit. We produced kind of information sort of dispelling people's anxieties about problems caused by speed humps, and also just giving some information about the safety benefits and other benefits, like just having a more walkable neighbourhood to people. And we ended up with the biggest consultation response that Islington has ever had, and with an overwhelming yes vote. So we got that 20 mile an hour limit in, and that was almost like a sort of tipping point really in Islington. We then were very lucky. We had a Green councillor, Katie Dawson, who held the balance of power within the council, and so she was able to get both the Labour councillors and the Lib Dem councillors to agree to the idea of having 20 mile an hour speed limits on every residential road in Islington. So it meant that whichever budget went through, because it was a hung council, Labour or Lib Dem, the idea of 20 mile an hour speed limits and the funding for it was in the budget. And these limits have recently been fully implemented, and Islington is now a borough with 20 miles an hour on every single side road, which means we're now pressing on and thinking about how to make our main roads, where people also live, work and shop, into safer and more walkable areas. So watch out for a campaign for the main roads.